Good day all. I am Dr. T. Arunmozhi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. I welcome you all for this presentation on methods of pricing materials issue. This is on the method of Fifo, first in, first out. It is based on the accepted curriculum of all universities in this subject. The contents are methods of pricing materials issue, advantages of Fifo, disadvantages of Fifo, and Fifo method with returns and losses of material with problems and solutions. What is Fifo? It is first in, first out, in which materials are issued for the stores on a first come, first serve basis is called as Fifo method. In Fifo method, materials are issued strictly on a chronological order. The units of opening stocks of materials are issued first, the units from the first purchase are issued next, and the closing stock is remain in stock always from the latest purchase. Advantages of Fifo. Fifo method is easy to understand and operate. This method is very useful where transactions are not voluminous and prices of materials are falling. It is suitable for bulky materials with high unit prices. This method helps to avoid deterioration and obsolescence. The value of closing stock of materials will reflect the current market price. Disadvantages of Fifo are: it is improper method. If any lots are purchased during the period at different prices, the objective of matching current costs with current revenues cannot be achieved under Fifo method. If the prices of materials are rising rapidly, the current production costs may be understated, and this method overstates profit, especially in inflation. Now we go on to the problem. There are 100 units of material M costing rupees 8 per unit were in stores on January 1st, 2006. This is taken as a opening stock, and in the solution side you can see the columns are as date column with particulars, received, issued and balance column are split into three: the units, unit cost and the amount. Now this 100 units with 8 per unit is written as the opening balance in the balance column. The problem starts with, on January 1st, we have received 100 units at the rate of ₹8 50 paisa. That is taken in the received column, 100 units with unit price of 8.50, that comes to 850 rupees. Now in the balance column, the previous balance has to be written first, and then this received material is added to it. And on January 5th, they have issued 100 units. That is written in the issued column as 100 units issued, the cost price of 8 and amount of 800. Now we are going to issue 100. Now here the Fifo method starts. The first 100 of 8 rupees have to be issued. The first lot of 100 has to be issued, and then the balance 100 units is written in the balance side column. Again on 8th we have received 200 units at 8.85 rupees. That comes to 1770. Again already with the previous balance of 100 units we have, and now 200 units have been written in the balance column. The sum continues as January 15th we have received again 100 units with 9 rupees 25 paisa, which comes to 925. Already first the previous balance has to be brought down, and this January 15th 100 units have been introduced, that has to be written. January 25th we have issued 220 units. Now the first in first out arises here. Now from the first 100 units, this 100 has been issued. totally actually the issued as 220. From the first lot of 100 we have issued. Balance 120 units is taken from the second lot of 200. That is cost is rupees 8 rupees 85 paisa, which comes to 1062. Now we have only the 80 units, the balance there, and previous balance 100 is written here. And on January 31st again we have issued 80 units. This 80 units have to be issued from the first lot 80. So only the balance of 100 units is here, which costs about 9 rupees 25 paisa. The balance, that is the closing balance, it comes to, we have 100 units with rupees 9 rupees 25 paisa, and the closing balance comes to 925. So the answer has to be completed as closing stock as 925 rupees. There is another problem with the same method where this is with returns and losses of materials. Here again the sum continues as Fifo method. Opening stock, we start again with 2000 units of rupees 10 each. Here in the particulars column we have, before that, a detailed sum this is. So the name is nothing but the name of the material. Coding is for an efficient storekeeping. Proper classification and codification of materials is essential. Once the materials are classified, they are to be allotted codes which will helpful for easy identification. Codes are usually short symbols which replace the longer names of the materials. Description is describing the material. Then with the application of the formulas, we have already found out the maximum level, minimum level, reorder level, and reorder quantity also. Now folio number is a reference number uniquely to identify an entry in stores account. Then bin number is the main feature of a bin card is that after posting a transaction, whether relating to receipt of issue, the balance quantity is calculated and recorded. Thus, a bin card is a document maintained by the storekeeper in a store to assist him to control stock. Location stock is nothing but from which place or which area is from. The date column goes, and the particulars column is the opening balance or the opening stock. Again the receipts column is divided into 3, issue column divided into 3, then balance column also is divided by 3. Then when any material is received, it goes as GR number. It's the goods received note number. And in any materials are issued, it is MR number, material requisition number. Now here we follow the same method. The sum continues as the opening balance. Next, towards the end of the sum, the stock verification report reveals that there was a shortage of 10 units on 18th July and another shortage of 15 units on 26th July. So that it is with 15 units here, the shortage of 10 units on 18th July. So the sum goes as on 18th. Since there is a shortage, we write it as debit note number shortage. With that 10 units, the same method is followed from the 10 units with the 10 rupees, and it comes to 10 there. Next, there is another shortage of 15 units on 26th July. So that balance is 15 units with the 10 rupees, that comes to 150. So this is how the sum goes as first in first out. Towards the end, the closing stock, how do you calculate the closing stock is given here. This goes as 425 rupees into 10, that comes to 4250, 900 into 11, 9900, 5000 into 12, 60,000, 50 into 10, that is 500. Again 100 units into 10, 1000 rupees. 500 units into 14, 7000 rupees. So on the last date, the month end 28th, we have these are the units, the price is there, and the last the cost is there. So values comes up to closing stock is equal to 6975 units with values at rupees 8650. As a result of this method, Fifo, when we value the closing stock of materials, that will be the latest price. Thank you. We would meet in the next presentation.